Welcome back to Road to Closed Quick Hacks. My name is Brian Teyssier, and I'm going to answer the question today that a lot of my buyers over the last 16 years in real estate and still today ask me after I'm showing them a whole bunch of houses. And that is, Brian, what type of house did you grow up in? So in the greater Pittsburgh area, a very popular house is called a split entry. A split entry is usually under 2,000 square feet. There is the rare occasion it's over 2,000 square feet, but it's super easy for builders to build, super cheap, so to speak, to purchase. Nowadays, I mean, they can get a little over 200,000. Actually, the house I grew up in, my parents still lived there 50 years ago. Don't quote me, but I think it was $27,000. So you can imagine that house has been paid off for quite some time. They put an addition on the back too, which a lot of people will sometimes use. Put a two-story addition or maybe just a little addition up the back or closed in porch or whatever. But a split entry is when you come to the front of the house, you open the door, and when you first come in, you're in a little foyer and you can go down 6 or 7 steps to the basement, usually finished, and the integral garage. I've never seen a split entry that had a garage that was attached or detached, unless they added a detached one later on down the line. But you can go down to the what I just said, and you can go up the same amount of steps, 6 to 8 steps, and you're in the living room, kitchen dead ahead, dining area. And sometimes there'll be a deck off the back, sometimes there'll be a patio off the bottom floor off the back. And then there is a closet on the right, 2 bedrooms, owner's suite on the left. Actually, we just call it owner's bedroom back in the day. 1 full bath. That's right, 1 full bath. And if you're lucky, if the basement was finished, you could have a partial bath, or maybe a 3/4 bath in the basement. So that's the kind of house I grew up in. Not a very big house, obviously, definitely not a luxury house, but clearly I recognize I'm not and it wasn't growing up in poverty either. But man, the housing plan in Teyssier where I grew up, I think it's like split entries all the way up the side, split entries all the way down, because once the builder has a template, they know how much lumber to order, they know how much the plumbers know what to do, and it's just repeat, 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 repeat. So that's the type of house I grew up in. It's a very modest house, a very functional house, served its purpose. I tell buyers this all the time, because buyers today, I say it's spoiled, but I mean, listen, that's just kind of the environment you grew up in. You grew up in a house that probably had decent sized bedrooms, decent sized closets, but I mean, my bedroom, it's not as small as this room, but you could almost stick your arms out. It may have been 12 by 12, maybe 9 by 9. I've seen some 9 by 9, but that's anywhere between 9 by 9 and 12 by 12. But I will show houses today where the owner's closet is pretty big, substantial. And I'll be like, oh my God, this closet's as big as the bedroom I grew up in. So yeah, that's the house I grew up in, split entry, parents still live there. It's out in Cecil, Pennsylvania, or Washington County if you know about it. Listen, I would love to hear what kind of house you grew up in and the life you led. And that helps understand what your expectations are whenever you buy a house. So depends where you're seeing this video. If you're seeing an email, reply back with the type of house you grew up in. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, comment below. If you caught it on YouTube, comment below as well. Brian Teyssier, Road to Closed Quick Hacks. What kind of house did I grow up in?